A digital arrest horror is back, and this time it has claimed yet another life. In Bengaluru, a man, an employee of the Bangalore Electricity Supply Company, took his own life after being duped of 11 lakh rupees. His suicide note says the reason why he was ending his life was because of relentless harassment. The scam was as chilling as it was convincing. Fraudsters, in fact, posed as CBI officers. They flashed fake IDs, showed what looked like a legitimate arrest warrant, and told him he was under investigation. The threats did not stop there. They coerced him into constant video surveillance, forcing him to stay online on Skype. He was completely cut off from his family until he paid up. And this is not an isolated case. Viewers, look at the numbers. In 2024 alone, India recorded 1.23 lakh cases of this so-called digital arrest fraud. That's a huge number, which essentially meant that citizens lost nearly 2,000 crore rupees to these scams. In just first 2 months of 2025, there are already 17,700 cases with losses mounting to 200 crore rupees. That's huge, isn't it? So what exactly is digital arrest? Let's break that down for you. Scammers pose as cops. They claim there's a criminal case against you and then threaten arrest unless you pay. They use police station backgrounds, fake documents, and scare tactics to make it look real. They keep you under constant watch, isolating you from family till you give in. The question is, how long will this go on? Are agencies doing enough to crack down on this new cyber terror? Who is accountable for the lives being lost in this web of fear? And most importantly, what should you do if you are trapped in this? So here's the answer. Disconnect immediately. Don't engage. Call 1930, which is the cyber helpline. Immediately inform the cops. Freeze your bank account and keep evidence, because every message, every screenshot is crucial. This is a scam that thrives on fear. The only way to defeat it is with awareness and swift action. So, share the information, and it could certainly save a life. Joining me on the show tonight is Kanish Gaur, who is a cybersecurity and public policy expert. Sanjay Sahai is former IPS officer, cybersecurity. We'll be also joined by two victims of this digital arrest. Kanish, you are someone who has been raising this concern, and you and I have been discussing this over last few weeks. My question is that there is a campaign which is being run by the government that please don't be driven by fake callers, but still such cases like the one in Bengaluru are being reported. So who is to, where does it all lead to if these campaigns are not working?
So a lot of this is happening from outside the country. It is happening from countries like Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, where India basically has no jurisdiction. And we don't even have treaties where we could stop this. And a lot of times you would see this is run out of casinos, which got shut down during COVID. And this is organized crime, which is being perpetrated, where people from countries like India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka go on tourist visas, arrive in Thailand, and through special buses end up being in this camps and are being paid to do this. So today, this is not just an Indian problem, it is a problem of the entire region. So to stop this, we will have to take help of Interpol. We will have to take help of agencies within these countries to stop all of this kind of crime being perpetrated against India. They're also using a lot of new technologies, like they are using basically calling techniques where they are using satellite phone. Now, if you have to stop satellite phone-based communication, you will have to involve some of the technology service providers as well, because a lot of these calls come from satellite phones, and you will have to involve companies like WhatsApp, you'll have to involve companies like Facebook. Today,
Yes,
because
but then the
a lot of this
question would
scam is
be,
being perpetrated from.
what is then evidently becoming clear here is, Mr. Sahai, that law agencies are lagging behind the criminals.
It's not the law agency, the government itself is lagging behind in policy enforcement, collaboration, literally anything and everything. And if the local police station is unaware of whatever is telecom intelligence and variety of other things, I don't think they can be squarely blamed for that. The reality of the whole situation is that the whole thing revolves around the telecom companies and the banking industry. I was in a conference with RBI where I gave them very crystal clear details as to how this can be stopped, at least by three things. So one is whitelisting of all government numbers. See, most of these calls or nearly all the calls come supposedly from government numbers. If there is a mechanism by which we can whitelist the government numbers, I think it would do huge service for the people who are falling victims. The second part is that we are not ready to tweak the core banking software. The core banking software very seriously believes that anybody who is getting a bank account opened, so that fellow is a genuine guy. At the back end, what happens when the money is transacted upon, it is sent to some 200, 300 mule accounts. And those 200, 300 mule accounts break into other mule accounts, into cryptocurrency and variety of things till the time this web of deceit and web of financial transaction literally goes beyond understanding, leave aside catching the criminals. It is a very complex thing. Now, digital onboarding, that is dicey. People are the other parties, now telecom companies. How many telecom companies do dark web monitoring? There's hardly any company who does dark web monitoring. How many telecom companies have telecom intelligence, threat intelligence? That is not there. The commercial banks and the telecom companies, I'm not trying to exonerate the police, we'll come to the police for sure. But these two are the main players, and the government is not ready but for giving advisory after advisory. What does 1930 do? 1930, I think I've talked on this particular program earlier also, last year in some digital arrest program. So what is it? It just counts the numbers. Now today we are getting 1.9 million mule accounts, and very recently CBI has unearthed 8.5 lakh mule accounts. Karnataka carries some 65,000 mule accounts, and we have 700 branches which are very clearly connected to it. What are we doing about it? So we are not working on prevention, we are not working on enforcement. And my co-panelist, he has been talking about Cambodia, Laos, and all these places. Now these people are going through a nexus which is pretty well known. The guys are known, the route is known, and in the same way as this immigrant thing happens, it is also exactly happening in the same manner. And the people who are in this trade in a big way, they are left untouched. So my understanding is, and this campaign, leave aside everything else about your campaign and awareness and all that, we have not been able to somehow get across the first idea or the first fact that there is no digital arrest. In whichever way you do, it has to reach the last man. A political campaign reaches variety of other nonsense on WhatsApp University, reaches literally every single citizen of this country.
Yes.
Why it is not reaching is left. It is left for people to decide.
Sanjay Sai,
but end to end,
the point that was made by Kanishk here was important. That platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, Skype, Zoom, they will be playing a bigger role in flagging suspicious accounts. That is also the question, but I'm going to ask, perhaps raise it again, because we have Naresh Saxena, who's a digital arrest victim, joining us. Mr. Saxena, please tell us about yourself. What was your experience like, and how much money did you lose?
No, fortunately, I did not lose any money. They told me that your arrest warrant has already been issued. Why? Then they told me that somebody has misused your Aadhaar card, opened an account in some Bombay bank, and money laundering. You are for the money laundering. You will be held responsible. So I told them that I have not done anything like that. Bole, it appears that your Aadhaar card has been misused. But anyway, if you help us and cooperate, we can clear you. We can clear you. So now tell us how much money you have in the banks and lockers and this and that. And have you submitted your income tax, ITR returns. So I said, okay, you can see everything and I will inform you everything. I started informing them everything. Now, after some time, and before that, they told me that don't go out of the house and shut all the doors and windows and this and that, and don't go out. So my family members got suspicious. I did not. But my family members got suspicious.
So you were in this digital arrest for how many hours, Mr. Saxena?
Around 4 hours.
So in 4 hours, you realized that there was something wrong here.
No, I thought they are nice people. They are helping me, and they are asking. They told me that as soon the tomorrow bank will be open at 10 a.m. and you we will like to verify your accounts. If you are in your account whether the money is coming and going or all that, if it is clear, then we will say you will be freed. So.
But you were under supposed digital arrest for 4 hours.
I was. But since my daughter-in-law got suspicious, she informed my daughter that I am not coming out of the room to take even dinner. So they all broke open my room and snatched away the phone and shut it. That's how I was saved, actually.
Okay, and this happened in which year?
This very year.
Okay. Which month would you tell our viewers?
It was 5-6 months before.
Okay, so
Yes.
6 months ago, perhaps Mr.
Yeah,
Naresh Saxena
yeah.
faced it, but his family was very alert in actually figuring this out. But the question that was raised here, Sanjay Sahai, of the role of various platforms. You know, can WhatsApp, Zoom, Skype flag suspicious accounts?
Actually, technically and legally they can, but that they are not doing it and leave aside WhatsApp and Telegram and other the digital platforms. Airtel is not able to do that, and Airtel says that this is a scam phone. And that scam call might be it's a business related and something which is not as dangerous as the calls leading to digital arrest and all that. Point is whether we have a law which can enforce collaboration of the digital platforms with the investigative agencies and also at the preventive level. It is not going to happen independently by the digital platform until the sovereign state gains some control through their legal apparatus and mechanism and is able to show it to that particular company that this is the way you need to operate in our country. And they do in a couple of places. They do in, as far as the Western Europe is concerned, GDPR and all that, and certainly they do in the US. So until we have mechanisms put in place where in a structured manner for anti-money laundering, this is precisely money laundering. So for anti-money laundering activities, if we keep it calling just simple cybercrime, that is not going to make a great impact. There is no denying the fact that these platforms need to be brought on board. But what has happened from the other side, you have these intermediary rules and all that for all these platforms. There we have gone for a very, very adversarial and a very combative relationship with these platforms. And that is not yielding any results. But outside of these platforms also, there are enough sufficient, comprehensive and intensive methods by which we will be able to control this. If we were interested in controlling it, it will need huge amount of resources, primarily expertise and the domain knowledge and technology behind it. If we are able to control somehow the digital onboarding, and we are able to control the transactions related to the mule account. Now, 8.5 lakh accounts which CBI has uncovered in last couple of days. What have we done with those accounts? 700 branches. What we have done with these officers? Why in the core banking software we don't have capabilities wherein if a transaction happens in say 10 seconds, 20 seconds, or it is broken down to 200 accounts, so it can be automatically stopped. So the problem lies in those phone numbers. The problem lies the way people are transported out of India. The problem lies in the mule account, and the problem lies in transaction and the incapability of the enforcement mechanism to be. They might know the rules of the game. To be persistent and keep those resources on a regular basis in a very, very combative mode.
So there is a piece of breaking news that is coming in, Sanjay Sahai. We also have the other victim joining us, Madiha Reshamwala is again joining us. She'll be sharing her story in just a bit. So let's break the piece of breaking news that is coming in now. The Central Bureau of Investigation has actually come up with a press release in which they have said that in order to combat this cybercrime and digital arrest scams, it has conducted searches at multiple locations which happened today. It happened across 7 states, which includes Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Kerala, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan, and has so far seized voluminous incriminating evidence, including mobile phones, bank accounts, opening documents, transaction records, and KYC papers. And the operation has also led to the arrest of 3 individuals for their active role in facilitating and operating mule bank accounts used to channel and conceal proceeds of various cyber frauds. How do you look at this development, Kanishk Gaur?
See, this is just the starting. You require more work to be done. This is one such activity which has been done by CBI. But this needs to be done on real-time basis because a lot of times these cyber criminals move from one location and set up location with other places. The biggest issue is a lot of times the local police gets involved, and by the time the local police reaches these places, these people already run away or have shut down their setup. Now, what you require is constant surveillance and monitoring of these scam centers which are operating in various parts of the country, tracking back the IP addresses, and basically taking them down on a real-time basis. This would also require more cooperation between the law enforcement agencies under the Ministry of Home Affairs, the I4C division, to work on a constant basis because they have tremendous amount of data. The cyber criminal reports which are filed is with I4C. So I4C, MHA and CBI will have to work together to ensure there is more takedown which is happening to help some of these victims who have lost tremendous amount of money, 7 crores, 8 crores, 1.5 crores.
No, but that money won't be recovered. Can that money be recovered, or should people just resign to the fate that that money is gone forever?
The money can be recovered. The money can be recovered if you catch these organized gangs, because these are set up mule accounts and there are businesses.
No, but Kanishk, haven't they moved that money through multiple accounts already?
They have, but it is a full chain. It is a full chain. If you track, if you do analysis, the money would have also moved to crypto, but there are techniques and procedures through which you can track crypto accounts as well. There are crypto accounts you could be shut down. You can work with international agencies like Interpol to do seizure of these accounts. You can work and ensure that this money is not accessed by those cyber criminals.
Okay.
So you will have to build up the technology capacity to actually do this work on ground. So the government will have to take initiative to actually do more work in this space. Technically, it's possible. Other countries, you have seen FBI make those arrests. You have seen the National Crime Agency of the UK make those arrests. So the government of India will have to take us through this journey of taking the initiative there. They want to protect the Indian citizen who is lending tremendous amount. You said 2,000 crores. I believe the figure is 10 times than that. 2,000 crores is actually what is being reported.
Okay.
People who have been under digital arrest, a lot of times don't come forward and even report to the police.
Unfortunately, there is a lot of shame, humiliation, which seem to be associated with it. And that is the reason why it actually continues, because they thrive on fear and they choose a particular age group as well. But Madiha is young and she has also been a victim. Madiha, please tell us your story.
Yes, I hail from Madhya Pradesh, and there's no less. I have been a victim to digital arrest as well. And I had ordered a parcel through an Instagram portal, and it was considered to be one of the genuine, pages. And during that time, I had confirmed with few of my friends because they had pre-ordered stuff from the particular page on Instagram, and they noted it to be a genuine page. But unfortunately, that page at that time was hacked by these people that are doing the digital arrest, and that is why they had schemed and put up some stories wherein the items were at a sale price, at a 50% off price. And definitely, as online shopper, you are tend to tempted with these activities of sale and offers and 50%. So on that pretext, still, I'm not a person that usually orders online. So I just went about going, like a small amount. Let me just invest and see. But during the course of time, I forgot that I had ordered the parcel. And within a week, since I did not receive a parcel, I received a call with regards to my parcel that your parcel was scheduled to come. And since your parcel is with the officers here, with the custom officers, and what you had ordered, and it's all started, the scam started tricking me and tipping me. And though as it was the initial stage of this digital crime, and I wasn't aware. So I just kept on, coming in their talks. And they tried to, take an arrest warrant out in my name. They were trying to clear me out on the same basis. There was a property seizure under my name. And a lot of questions they were asking me, because definitely when I ordered the parcel, I provided my personal details, like my name, my address, and certain things
How
like that.
much money did you lose in this entire digital arrest, Madhya?
I should say I was saved, and they tried tricking me in for 3 hours, 3.5 hours. I was under digital arrest, and like how Mr. Naresh Saxena said, I did not lose money. My money was saved because when they asked me for a certain transfer into a certain account and things like that, that's when I got alert, and I contacted other people and reported the cybercrime departments and stuff. So luckily I was saved, but with the youngsters that I work around and in the field that I am, I have started taking lessons and lectures and, giving little bit workshops and preaching the ladies especially that are at home, senior citizens that do not have any self-care, and those that are related to me due to my field of work. I try to train them to, how to handle these calls and how and what precautions they can take to avoid such a digital arrest.
Yes, and caution is key here because they thrive on your fear. Don't be fearful.
Absolutely.
If there is any individual, Sanjay Saxena, you'll get the last word here as someone who's aware of how things are. 30 seconds to you, sir. What will you tell everyone watching the show?
You're talking
Hello.
to me.
Sanjay Sahai, sorry.
You told Sanjay Saxena, so I
Yes,
got
I know.
confused. Whether I was a victim or a cop, I found it difficult to decipher. So the first and foremost thing is that let it be known to everybody that there is nothing called digital arrest, and anything which happens in the name of digital arrest can be completely disconnected by switching off your laptop and your mobile phone. That is the message I want to send it across to all the people. And as far as the government and the enforcement agencies are concerned, I think they will have to work out on the SIM cards and they will have to work on the mule accounts. And together only this is going to happen, because most of the people who are getting impacted are either elderly or they are well educated or both. And if these people can be taken into a system where they have started believing that everything is legal and genuine, I think this smoke screen has to be broken.
All right, Naresh Saxena, Sanjay Sahai, Kanish Gaur and Madhya, really appreciate your time. Thank you for joining us.